David Lynch didn't just make films, he created worlds. And if you're a filmmaker or you're someone trying to achieve a cinematic look or create your own vision, I think you could do a lot worse than David Lynch. His movies are full of atmosphere and intrigue. You know, the earlier part of his career, Eraserhead or The Elephant Man, are amazing horror, interesting, experimental art films with a meticulous production design and an attention to detail that you just don't see. And I think that's why he was able to transcend being a purely art house experimental filmmaker and was able to make these, you know, modest as they were, still very Hollywood, very cinematic, you know, bigger budget for that time films. And definitely as an art filmmaker, there's very few who have ever been able to achieve the level of work that he did. So as I've been doing this kind of experiment of trying to shoot some footage and create looks based on films that I love, I had to go with a Lynch film, and I chose Mulholland Drive because it was kind of the film that I discovered his work through. It has this look that is, a couple of his films like Lost Highway sort of has the same thing going on. The images were very dreamy and you could get lost in them, and they were hazy, but they also had this kind of grit to them and this saturation and density. Now you would never see this in a Hollywood film. It's way too experimental and weird, which is why I love Mulholland Drive. I mean, I think he was trying to make a TV show like he did with Twin Peaks, and that didn't really work, so he got some more money and was able to sort of put together the film and make it as a feature. But the look is just pure Lynch. So we're not trying to, you know, copy the look of the film necessarily, but we're trying to be inspired by his work and make more than just a preset, but a way to kind of take the spirit of it and inject it in our stuff. So as you've been seeing shots using my look Mulholland over some of our plate shots, I've also shot some plate shots with Pro-Mist Diffusion to help even get it a little bit moodier. So how do I define the look? Like, I would say it's got a heavy kind of magenta in the midtones, saturation and density, like I said, but it's got a very high, you know, high contrast kind of top. Like the whites blow out and explode. Since they're diffused, they spread, but you know, it's a very high contrast look generally. And not all of his stuff is always high contrast, but it's definitely not like what you would think of as like, okay, we shot on a log camera. No, he leans into the contrast, blows stuff out, and just makes it all kind of go to white, which is sort of his signature look from the period. I think the thing about Lynch is his world's unsettled because of more than just the look. You know, he creates these oppressive sound environments and storytelling that is nonlinear and opaque. And so that's gonna have to come from you. But if you want to build something inspired by the look, maybe try and catch it, or just, you know, get a little inspiration to go do something yourself, then hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you've been enjoying building the looks or learning about the look of David Lynch, you can go and download 5 different films and filmmaker looks that we have recreated, sort of inspired by versions of LUTs for free, linked in the description. And if you want to go even further and get the power grades and get the LUTs on all the different camera systems available, you can buy that, and that helps support the channel. Alternatively, I sell Blu-rays on my site if you want to check out one of my films. I've made the feature Bad Animal, and of course, please subscribe.